Good morning and welcome to the Minority Business Development Agency's virtual certification workshop with Dr. Portia Jackson of the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity. I am Marshette Turner, Director of the Houston Minority Business Development Agency, and today I'm joined by a couple of our newest team members. Ms. Joni Hall, who comes to us from corporate America with a strong business acumen, and Mr. Austin Tenette, a longtime friend of HCC, serving as one of our entrepreneurs in residence, and now as a business trainer along with Joni. During today's webinar, all attendees will be in listen-only mode. There will be Q&A at the end of this session where my team and I will be asking the questions that you yourself type into the chat. So that you're aware, this presentation is being recorded and will be available to all registered participants. I just mentioned my new team members, Joni and Austin. So I'll now turn it over to Ms. Joni Hall, a business trainer with our MBDA Amplified division. Joni?
Good morning, and thank you so very much, Marshette. I am Joni Y. Hall, a business trainer with MBDA Amplified, along with Mr. Austin Tenette, who you will have the privilege of meeting this morning as well. MBDA Amplified is dedicated to increasing the MBDA footprint on the local and state level. In order to make an impact, we will assist MBE preparation. MBDA Amplified will be dedicated to providing MBEs with technical assistance, obtaining certifications via current partnerships with the National Minority Supplier Developmental Council and the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity. Work with Small Business Administration to offer 8A specialty certifications to clients, providing training on a winning capability statement, which will require our clients to develop and submit professional capability statements after the class. Conduct a thorough assessment of each client's financial needs and target the appropriate funding for clients. Promote joint venturing amongst clients in order to maximize chances of receiving a contract award. Facilitate business matchmaking, partnering clients with established strategic partners, and connect clients with corporate partners by way of networking events. Provide daily referrals via the MBDA business advisors and advise clients on the best practices to grow and sustain their respective businesses. So as you can see, our dedication level to our clients is unmatched, and we are excited to work with MBEs. I will now put you in the hands of my awesome team member, Mr. Austin Tenette.
Hey, Joni, thank you so much. I'm not sure if there's much else to add. I mean, you were pretty comprehensive in the description of the tall task that Ms. Turner has tasked us with, but really excited to be here this morning. Again, my name is Austin Tenette. I'll be partnering with you, Joni, and the other elements of MBDA to further extend the reach of MBDA Houston via partnering and education initiative. We'll leverage the existing successes of Houston MBDA to add new corporate partnerships, bring resources to our targeted entrepreneurial business community, and offer educational workshops and courses to equip business owners with the skills necessary to obtain business with our corporate and governmental partners. Unlike the many other entrepreneurial education initiatives in Houston, MBDA is unique, and it is one of the few that focuses on education and matching minority business owners with firms and agencies who've expressed a strong interest in doing business with our MBDA clients. Thanks, Marshette. I'll turn it back to you.
I was just talking and I was muted. You would think I'm a poet this by now. At any rate, thank you both so much for the overview. And yes, you do have a tall task, but I believe in you guys, which is why you're here. And so I know that you will both do well and deliver on those tasks. I am always interested to introduce Ms. Portia Jackson. Actually, she is Dr. Portia Jackson with the City of Houston Office of Business Opportunity. She is certainly no stranger to MBDA. She is a friend and a colleague, and so we are excited to have Portia with us today. So Dr. Jackson, I will now turn it over to you.
Well, good morning and to everyone. And first of all, thank you to the small businesses, because I always want to make sure that we acknowledge you for taking the time to invest in yourselves and to learn this information. And thank you to MBDA for putting this on and inviting me. I do have to caution you all that I know you all know that the Astros run this weekend and the parade is today. So I have some loud background noise. Hopefully you can't hear it, but it's getting louder at the moment. So just in case you hear some horns and yelling, that's what's going on.
For a good cause.
Yes, it's a great cause. And half the city is already downtown where we're located. So
Awesome.
But we'll go ahead and get started with the presentation. Is it pulled up? I'm sorry, I can't see.
Yes, you're ready to go, Dr. J.
Okay, all right. So we are the Office of Business Opportunity, City of Houston Office of Business Opportunity. I'm going to be talking to you about certification. Next slide. And here is my QR code. So if you could scan it, connect with me via LinkedIn. I put a lot of announcements and information there. You can also send me an email if you have questions, or give me a phone call if you have any questions about this presentation or anything about our office. Next slide. So the Office of Business Opportunity, we've been around for some years now, and we are dedicated to making sure that we cultivate an inclusive and competitive economic environment, especially for our historically marginalized businesses and disenfranchised individuals with our workforce development programs. So our office can be described in 4 facets. We have our OBO Solutions Center, which is a resource to all business owners or aspiring entrepreneurs to get information on how to connect to resources, information about permits that you may need, to access funding.
If you want to eat healthy and feel your best, you've got to try Kachava. Kachava is the world's healthiest.
I'm sorry, Dr. PJ. Jessica, please mute everyone who is not speaking.
Thank you. And then we also have our certifications, which we'll get in today. Business development programming, which is programming to make sure that our business owners are growing and educated so that you can have the information and grow your business to capacity to be able to compete, not just with the City of Houston in government contracts, but in contracts in general. And then we have our contracts compliance division, which ensures that any of the contracts where our certified firms are operating on, that they are being treated fairly and that information and everything is going in compliance to what was set in the contract. Okay, next slide. So the certifications piece, I always like including this quote, and it says that if you don't have a seat at the table, you're probably on the menu. And so certifications gives you the opportunity to have a seat at that table. And that table is working on the large contracts. And so when we have certification, that gives you an opportunity to work on those large contracts. That allows you to have a seat at the table. So next slide. For the City of Houston, we can get you certified in multiple certifications. So those certifications include Minority Business Enterprise, and the BE stands for Business Enterprise for all of them. We have WBE, we have SBE. With the City of Houston, it is Small Business Enterprise, is only construction related industries only. Then we also have PDBE, which is Persons with Disabilities. We have DBE, which is a race and gender neutral, and that goes off of your economics, right? So what that means is that the primary owner of the business net worth can't be over 1.32 million. And then also we have a CDBE, which is airport concessions. So if you're interested in working and doing any work with the airport, and you want to be certified to be able to take advantage of the goals on those contracts, you want to get ACDB certified, as well as we can get you certified for HUB, which stands for Historically Underutilized Business. So to do business with state agencies, as well as we do recognize the LGBTQBE certification, and that's in our directory. And so one of the benefits of being certified by the City of Houston is, one, it gives you the opportunity to work on the city contracts as a certified firm where those contracts have goals. And I want to kind of break that down real quick. So when you are wanting to do business with the city of Houston, there's a prime contractor. That's the company that has the actual contract with the city. They can subcontract out parts of that contract. Certification, when you have a city contract, you can only sub to city certified firms to get credit if it has a goal on it. So that's where your certification comes into play with doing business with the city. And then if you're going to do business with other agencies, then it kind of works the same way with the subcontracting. They look for certified firms. And so I'm not for sure if it's on my certification slide, but I'll just keep going and think that it'll catch up, or maybe my screen is slow. So when we talk about goals for the contracts, when we have goals in the contracts, can we go back? Oh, that's too far. Go back. Keep going. Keep going. Right there. Perfect. So when we talk about those goals in the contracts, for construction, our standard goal is 34%. For contracts, it's over $1 million. For goods and services, think about supplying things for the city of Houston, or just supplying things in general. So if you have services, if you have goods that you want to supply, we buy paper, things like that. That's goods and services, 11%. For contracts over 100,000. And then our professional services is 24%. And professional services is going to be anything that requires a professional license. So think about architecture, engineering, legal services. And so the benefits of being certified by the city of Houston is, one, that you get listed in our directory listing. And so that's why I was picking up with the LGBTQ. So all these certifieds, once you're certified with the city of Houston, you're in a directory that's accessible by anyone who wants to get on it. And they're looking to work with certified firms. They'll be able to access you from that directory and contact you for any opportunities. It's widely accepted with throughout the city and other government agencies. A lot of firms come from different states looking for our certified firms. So they accept our certification. So that helps you to build your business and to get more opportunities, as well as we have specialized business development programs, which gives you exposure to larger contracts. And just to note that fiscal year 22, we were able to award over $662 million to our certified firms. So that's another advantage when we're talking about being certified and having those opportunities. That's what it gets you. It gets you the seat at the table, which equates to the money. And that's what we know you all want, right? So next slide, when we talk about that it's widely accepted, this is just a few of the agencies that accept our certification. So once you get accepted by the city of Houston, you can use that same certification to work with all these different agencies, plus many more. So when we talk about certification, we certify in various different areas. Next slide. So you'll see here is a chart of certifications. You'll see the industry, the number of certified firms, and then you'll see the utilization of those firms. And you can see that it has the average per vendor. And so you can just look here to know that we certify in different areas, all the way from architectural engineering to technology and communications. And so currently we have about over 4,500 firms that are certified. And everybody's turning their certification applications because they know the opportunities that are available. And so next slide. And this is just another chart that kind of breaks down, because I really want you to understand the benefits of being certified in the form of how it's utilized in the city of Houston in the funds. And you can see here the total amount that went to MWBEs, MBEs, PDBEs, SBEs, and WBEs. And also when you see that PO/P card, we do encourage our departments here at the city of Houston, even if the contract is not large enough to have a goal, but it's a smaller contract, to utilize our certified firms to be able to work on those smaller contracts. And they can do that by issuing out purchase orders or P card purchases, which just really means using their credit card. And this next slide will show another breakdown of how the certifications has been used by in the areas that I described earlier, with the goals, with the construction, professional services, as well as goods and services, but it's also broken down by ethnicity, and then also the total amount plus that was purchased opposed to what was given and awarded to our certified firms. So you can see there that we're at 36.2% right now, which is one of the highest that we've had so far. So we're really proud that our certified firms are getting into and able to take advantage of those opportunities. So what are the basic requirements for being certified? If you go to our website, houstontx.gov/OBO, you will see the certification information, and you'll have, again, these slides that you can refer back to. For the different certifications that we have, there's going to be some additional requirements for each one, but these are just your basics. So you must possess 51% ownership in any of the certifications that you're applying for. For example, if you're applying for the MBE, the Minority Business Enterprise Certification, that means 51% of the ownership, the makeup of the ownership must be a minority. And those minorities must have control over the business enterprise. They must manage it. They must have the training and expertise to work and to operate that business. And if that business requires a license or certificate, think about if you have a plumbing agency, a plumbing company, you would have to have that license to say that you're an actual master plumber. Must be for-profit. We do not certify nonprofits, and it must be independent and currently functioning. And you can be located in any of these local counties to be certified by us. The next slide shows just a brief checklist that we have. And on our website, it will have the checklist for each type of certification. And this will help you because now you can see this is the information that I need when I go to apply for the application. If you're a sole proprietorship, it'll tell you all the documents that you need. If you have a partnership, an LLC, or a corporation, it'll let you know, okay, so these are the documents that you have that I need. So that'll give you time to go and prepare your documents because the application is online only. And if you have your documents already organized, it'll help you in the process of completing the application. Another tool that we have too with completing the application is we have our pre-certification workshop. So the next slide, and this will walk you through the process of our certification. That link up there will take you directly to our certification page so you can get all this information that I'm sharing. But so the first step is going to our pre-certification workshop. That workshop is going to walk you through what was on that checklist I just showed you. They're going to let you know the documents that you need. This is a time, if you have any questions about your business or a document that may be needed and maybe you don't have, you can ask that to the facilitator of that workshop and say, I don't have that document, but what will you accept in place of that? And that's really important because you want to make sure that your application goes seamlessly, right? So with that pre-certification workshop, what we found that the folks that attend that workshop, their certification process goes a lot smoother because anytime you submit the application and there's more information that's needed, that extends your time to getting the certification. That means someone has to email you. We have to wait for you to send the information, and then it has to wait in a pile, and then it goes back through the whole process again. So make sure you attend the pre-certification workshop. Those are offered every first and third Tuesday of the month. On the first Tuesday, it's virtual only. On the third Tuesday, it's virtual, or you can come here to 611 Walker and do that in person. We also have an on-demand video too. If you just don't have time to come to the workshop during the week, you can also just watch it on our YouTube page and you'll be able to get the same information. But some folks like that live interaction or that in-person interaction to be able to ask questions and learn more. So those are your options, regardless of how you want to attend, whether it's virtually or in person. We do need for you to register so that we can expect for you to come. After the pre-certification workshop, you want to complete the application, upload all your documents, then you go through the preliminary screening. That's where they're looking to make sure that you've answered all the questions. If there's any information that they'll need, that's the time that they'll contact you. Anytime you submit that certification application, please make sure that you have a current email that you are constantly checking. Because if we don't hear from you within 2 weeks, then your application could be suspended. So you want to make sure that you're checking your email once you've submitted that application. Then it'll go to a desk audit, financial audit, a field visit or a site visit, and then it goes up for committee review, and then the decision is made. So some tips for filling out the application, next slide, is one, know the requirements in the certifying agencies. What I mean by that is whoever you want to work with, know what certifications they accept. Know the requirements for those certifications. Also know your business. Know exactly what you're able to do, because you got to pick those NAICS codes. You got to pick those NIGP codes that identify your business. And you want to make sure that you're doing things in a targeted manner. So if you know that you want to work for the city of Houston, you know you want to get that certification to be able to take advantage of the goal-oriented contracts. And knowing that in order to do that, the city of Houston only accepts the city of Houston's certification, to whereas other organizations accept the city of Houston's certifications. So those are things that you want to know. Also, you want to make sure you submit your application timely. What I mean by that, don't wait until you have an opportunity and then the person says, well, we need for you to be certified, and then you go and get certified. Be proactive. Start that certification process, get that certification, so that when you have opportunities, it does not delay you in accessing those opportunities because you're waiting for the certification to go through. Also, you want to find out the next steps. You want to begin to get on the list of the different vendors that you want to work with so that you can get the information of the opportunities that exist. We issue out an e-blast every Monday that identifies all the opportunities that here at the city of Houston, all the bidding opportunities. So you want to make sure that you're on that list. You can send an email to that email address that you see listed there to get on the list. And all we need is your name, company name, and the email address that you want it to go to, and we can get you added to that list. And we also have networking opportunities that we send out as well to make sure that it's not just about being and checking the bids, but it's also being connected and building those relationships. Begin to look for subcontracting opportunities. Again, networking and building those relationships. And then once you get certified by us, we have a quarterly workshop, I'm Certified What's Next, where we break down how do you leverage your certification in doing business with the city of Houston, but also we give you tips and information on other certifications so that you can diversify your portfolio to be able to work with government, work in the private sector as well. And so the last slide is an event that we have coming up December 1st, which is right around the corner. And this is your opportunity to come and to meet the buyers, not just with the city of Houston, but the other different government agencies, our business support agencies who are going to be there and to help you to be able to take advantage of these opportunities. And so one, it's a good networking. It's a way that you can showcase your business and find out more information about what it is and how you can leverage this certification, make those connections, as well as learn about more opportunities that are out there. We'll have prime contractors there as well who are looking for certified firms. So you don't want to miss this opportunity to be in a place where everybody is going to be, all the resources are going to be at your fingertips. And being certified this is a big advantage for you to be certified, because you can go let people know, bring your capability statement, let them know what certifications that you have, because you never know when that opportunity is waiting for you. And so that concludes my presentation. I really encourage y'all to connect with us via social media. We have a library of videos that you can also tend to learn more about how to do business with the city, learn more about certification and the ins and outs, and also upcoming events. So Marshette, I'll turn it back over to you or the Amplified team.
Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. That information was truly invaluable. We hope that all of the small businesses, we hope that you all were taking notes and making yourselves available for the 2022 Meet the Buyer. We, MBDA, will absolutely be there in support and to answer any questions you may have. I'm now going to see if there are any questions in the chat, and my team will go ahead and ask those if there are.
I did have a question. This is Austin. I did have a question for Dr. Jackson. I saw on the sort of the certification process, there was a financial review. What does that consist of?
So during the financial review, they're going to review the your banking statement, your bank statements, as well as your profit and loss statement, your cash flow, your P&L, profit loss statement.
Very good. Thank you.
And just to add to that, because this may be someone else's question. So with the City of Houston certification, one, it does not cost you anything to apply to be certified. And two, it does not matter how long you've been in business. You still can apply for certification.
I think Benita Ledette mentioned that she had a question. I'm
Yes.
seeing if it's in the chat.
Yes, I was trying to type, but I guess I couldn't type fast enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I have two questions. I'm in the wine industry, and it seems like when people are asked, like right now, I'm in the process of getting certified, so my application's in process. But I'm glad that I'm on this call this morning because I do want to be a part of the airport, and I think that the person that was helping me didn't know that was one of the ones to apply for. Like we applied for minority, all of the regular ones, but I do want to be a part of the airport. Can we add that to it, or is it too late?
It's not too late. So, and here's a difference. So when you apply, there's one portal that you go to apply. There's going to be 2 applications.
Okay.
One is going to take care of the MWS,
And all of that.
PDBE, all of that in the
Right.
hub.
Right.
Then the other application is going to be for the DBEs, for
Okay.
just the regular DBE and the AC DBE. So if you already applied for the one with the minority and all of those, okay,
Mhm.
fine. You'll have to complete another application for the DBE.
DB.
And so when you complete the application for the DBE, you're just going to check that you want the DBE and the AC DBE, and that application will take care of both of those.
Okay, and then I think my second question was, when you're in the wine industry, it's like actually I'm in service and wine because I service people, like helping them rediscover love for themselves. I coach people and all of that. That's part of the Love Doctor part of what I do. But then on the beverage side, it's the wine. So when I'm putting in NAC codes, NAIC codes, it's kind of hard to narrow it down to make sure I'm in the right category. So when it's time to apply for something, I want them to know, okay, she's trying to be a wine vendor at this event, like say, for instance, for the rodeo or something. But and on her service side, she can help people on, domestic violence or whatever. So it's like it's divided. So I get, I don't know exactly how to put it all in to know what say, oh, we can do this.
It's all one company, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to pick the NAICS codes that identify each of the services and products. So
Okay.
if you have more than one NAICS codes, that's
Yeah.
totally fine.
Yep.
Okay.
You really want to make sure that whatever you do, you have a NAICS code that
Yes.
identifies that.
Okay.
Because if
Absolutely.
you don't,
Yes.
then that's going to hurt you later on.
Right.
So be free with the NAICS codes.
Yes.
Everything that you do, make sure you find the NAICS codes that represents everything that you do.
Thank you so much, Portia. I was just about to chime in and say, have a NAICS code for everything. So if you cater wine
Yes.
for the rodeo and for, Sisters United, have a
Yes.
NAICS code for that.
Okay.
If you counsel domestic violence victims, have a NAICS code for that. If
Okay.
you shine shoes, have a NAICS code. Everything that is under the umbrella of your company,
Yes.
you should have a NAICS code for it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Austin and Joni, are there any questions in the chat?
Yeah, we have one from, I'm gonna butcher the first name, but Oya Tunji.
Mhm.
And the question is, can startups get certified? If yes, how would such startups meet the requirements of the financial review? I guess I opened a little hornet's nest there.
They can definitely get certified. Again, there is no time limit that you have to be in business to get the City of Houston certification. And so when you're just starting off and you need certain, if it does require for the financial statements, that's why I was encouraging folks to make sure that you attend that pre-certification workshop. You can ask the certifying officer who's facilitating it and tell them, I've only been in business for 1 month. I don't have my financial statements yet. What can I put in place of it? And so they'll give you the information to put in place of that. So I don't want anyone to feel like, oh, I've only been in business not even a year, and I don't have my financial statement, so I can't complete the certification application. No, you most definitely can. You'll just have to put in an explanation of why that particular requirement, you may not have that information. So I don't want anyone to be discouraged on the length they've been in business. You can definitely still get certified.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you.
Are there any other questions?
There are not. That was the last one.
Okay. Okay. Well, I certainly, Jessica, can you put the screen up with Dr. PJ's contact information? Yeah, I certainly encourage each of you to take a photo of Dr. PJ's QR code. This will help you immensely in connecting with her. And she also mentioned getting on OBO's eBlast. And so Jessica, will you put that in the chat? Or actually, Dr. PJ, can you put that in the chat? The site for them to get on OBO's eBlast?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So again, this was information packed. I know you all got all the relevant information you need. I pray that it helped, and I pray that you will move forward with this. We're not just going to leave you high and dry here. Trust me, MBDA Amplified will be around. So Austin and Joni will certainly be around to answer your questions. They will be around to host more such seminars as this. And welcome them to the team when you talk to them. They are new, but they are not new to this business. And so we want them to feel the love and be embraced just as you have, MBDA. We appreciate your support. Always, always, always. Thank you so much to Dr. Portia Jackson and the entire OBO team. We are always excited to partner with you all on anything. So again, thank you so much for putting this together just as you got back from vacation. I do appreciate it. All right. And yeah, we know the Astros fans are everywhere. I mean, they're driving up and down my block, and I live in Humble. So that's so that lets you know they have Astros flags and tooting horns and everything. That's why I kept mute. But yeah, everybody is celebrating today, and we're going to do the same. So we're finishing up a little early. We hope we've answered all of your questions. If not, again, reach out to Joni Hall at joni.hall@hccs.edu or Mr. Austin Tenette at AUSTINNETTE@hccs.edu, and they are more than welcome to assist. Thank you all so much. Have a great Astros Parade Day, everybody.